Hello and welcome back to Selena's podcast. This is episode 11, and I'm excited for this one because we got some more drama at the end of the episode. This may be a short episode, I don't know yet, but we're going to be talking about shower thoughts, conspiracy theories, and some ghost stories from Reddit. Again, a special guest we have today, Audie, last week's special guest. She doesn't know this, but I found some psychopath tests. So it's like if you get it right, supposedly you're a psychopath. So I have 3 of those, or 2 of them. 2 or 3. I'm going to read 2 or 3 of them. So let's see if she gets them right.
Woof.
Who do we got here? We got a caller. Who is this?
Hello.
So you ready for the shower thoughts?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. You ready? This one's funny. So, maybe urinals were invented when a tall guy walked by the sink and was like, why not?
That would make sense.
See? That would make sense. That's funny. That probably did happen if you think about it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the guys would just pee outside or something.
Yeah.
Because bathrooms weren't really a thing back then.
They'd dig a hole and they'd squat for number 2.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the next one. This one I found funny. People who don't like brushing their teeth eventually don't have to.
Because they won't have any teeth.
But you could. This next one, this is the last one, but this next one, I actually asked this before. I thought this myself, but apparently not. So it's, why do we say heads up when we really mean heads down? Because, like, a ball's coming at you, someone's like, heads up, and you look around and you're going to get hit. So why not say heads down?
It's because it's not like literally heads up. It's saying be alert. Heads up means like look around, be alert.
No. Because there's
That's
people, they go heads up and they look around like, huh?
Yeah, it's because something's coming at you. So somebody's saying, oh, heads up, there's something coming at you. So you're like, oh, where? Let me see, and then let me dodge it.
You should say, like, heads down, so when they say heads down, you can drop down to the floor and you won't get hit.
We do say heads down.
No.
Like, let's, like, if you're in the military, sometimes you'll hear heads down, and then
yeah, that's because a grenade's coming at you.
Or shots fired, I mean. But, yeah, I mean, we do say both. But, like,
I've only heard
normally
heads up.
We do say heads up. I've heard both.
Well, that's all the shower thoughts I got. You got any?
I don't think so.
Okay, moving on to conspiracy theories. Number 1. The Dead Baby Project.
Oh, no.
You ever heard of that?
Dead Baby Project? I've heard of it. I don't know.
Okay, so the conspiracy is that the government was stealing the dead babies to do radioactive testing, right?
Oh, Lord, no.
So the truth is, the government was stealing parts of dead bodies because they needed young tissue. They recruited a worldwide network of agents to find recently deceased babies and children. Ooh. And then they took samples and even limbs of each of them without the parents' consent or knowledge.
Oh my gosh.
and there was more than 1,500 grieving families. That's the government for you.
Man,
Don't sue me. Don't come
yeah,
after
the
me.
government. Man, the government really can do whatever they want, huh?
Yeah, they can.
My gosh, that is horrible.
Yeah. Let's go down to something that's more peaceful. Mr. Krabs.
Oh no.
There's a theory that Mr. Krabs adopted Pearl.
Well, no, duh. We've never seen. Wait, have we seen Mr. Krabs' wife? Does he even have a wife?
No, he don't. But he's dated Mrs. Puff. Ow! There's a nail in the chair. Ow, that hurt. Oh, I'm bleeding. There's a stupid nail in the chair. What the crap? What just happened? Now I
don't
can't
know
find it.
what did happen.
Oh, there it is. Who puts a nail right there on the bum? Ow!
Mm.
I just poked my hand with a nail.
Good job.
I was trying to sit up and boom, there it went. Ow. Okay, anyway. Oh.
I think it's obvious if he doesn't even have a wife or anything.
Well, yeah. Ooh, I think I've seen like this video that somebody made, and it's where he found her. I forgot, but I think it was like in a box or something. I don't know. Somewhere on the street, I think. He found her as she was like a baby, and he took her in, and then, yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah. So, yeah. She's definitely adopted. Hate to break it to you, Pearl, but you are. But at least,
That's why
you're
she's so
spoiled. Do you want to read a ghost story?
Do I want to read a ghost story?
I don't like reading it. Put pressure on me.
I mean, I can. And
Okay.
I might read it bad since it's in the morning.
I
But
know. I can't focus. I'm like, I sent it. It's kind of long.
that's okay.
I gave you the
I
long
can read
one.
it.
Everybody, listen.
All right, I got a ghost story called Nana Come to Visit.
Nana.
Nana. This encounter happened a little over a decade ago, but haunts me till this day. It was Thursday, July 11th, 2013. I was 6 years old and I was very into art. I decided to stay inside on that hot day and color. So color with a
Just
okay.
yeah.
I was sitting in my room and just coloring away while my mom and my oldest brother were in the kitchen making some snacks for the driveway party we were having that evening. As I was coloring in my favorite SpongeBob coloring book, I got too hot and opened up my bedroom window for some fresh air. About 10 minutes later, my brother came upstairs to hang out with me for a bit before he left to go see some friends. In the midst of talking about plans for the day, a gust of wind blew through my room and a smell of sweet floral perfume came through. I didn't think much of it until my brother went running outside looking for my dad while screaming, "Dad, Nana's here. I can smell her perfume." Oh, Lord. I never met my Nana because she passed before I was born. My brother, however, was 8 years old and she had passed and had a chance to meet her. We have a 15-year gap. Oh my Lord. My dad didn't believe him until another gust of wind hit the house again and he smelt it. My dad started bawling, and that's when I came outside and asked. When I got the explanation, I understood why he was upset, and my brother panicked. Years later, I smelt the same perfume of hers while cleaning my house and instantly knew Nana is always here, so I guess there's sometimes a sweet ending to a story.
Whoa.
I would freak out.
Yeah.
Actually, I would get used to it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, hey girl, what's up?
Next ghost story. The woman on the phone. Okay.
Ooh.
Now don't mind my reading. I'm nervous.
Mhm.
So, here's the story. It's not my own experience, but one of my friends that does not have read it. Okay? So I like to tell you
Okay.
about it. So back in the late 1980s, early 90s, he went into our local town to visit a friend for a drink. Ooh. He had been waiting in the agreed meeting place for approximately 30 minutes, but the friend was nowhere to be seen.
Mhm.
so so he went wait a minute. So he went to a phone box to call his home landline. A woman picked up and he asked where his friend was. The woman on the other end of the phone explained that it was his friend's sister who was visiting the family for the weekend and oh good lord weekend and she informed him that his friend had left not too long ago and should be with him soon. When his friend arrived, he explained that he called home and his sister spoke to him. His friend revealed that his sister had died in Egypt a few years ago prior to them becoming friends. The friend doubted this to be
Mm.
true, but the scary thing is, when he got home, he checked his call log, and true to the story, the phone had been picked up and answered in what was at the time an otherwise empty house.
That's cool.
Nice! Cool.
I have a I have a short one.
Okay.
This title is My Father's Passing. Did he come to me in my dream to say goodbye?
Ooh.
My dad suddenly passed of cardiac arrest in 2010. He actually passed around 1:30 a.m. and I had woken up that night at 1:43 and couldn't go back to sleep. The night after he passed, I had a dream that he was sitting on my bed looking at me and then just faded away.
Wow.
My dad was 12 when his mom passed away giving birth. She came to him in his dream that night and passed. She passed and sat on his bed too. Good Lord. I'm a hospice nurse and have seen so many extraordinary things at end of life. You would never be able to convince me that there isn't an afterlife. That's actually happened to me before.
Yep.
I I I think that's like a real thing, like whether it's someone you actually knew or like I've had a celebrity come into my dream before
Whoa.
when he passed away.
That's wow.
Mhm. So I have a personal experience. Um so where I live, there's a church right up the road. And I even before I was born, my parents went to that church. So I basically kind of like grew up in that church.
Hmm.
And when I didn't have school when I was little, or I wasn't old enough to go to school, I would like um go up there because my mom was the custodian there. She would clean and everything. So she would take me up there and I would just bring whatever and just play around and all that. Well, there was one time, I don't remember how old I was. But there's three buildings. There's the actual sanctuary, there's a children's building, and then there's a youth building. And we were in the main building, the sanctuary, and I was on the stage. I always go to the stage. That's just like my go-to place. I was
Mm-hmm.
there playing with whatever, and my mom said, I'm gonna go to the kids building and start cleaning over there. So I was like, okay. She's like, do you want to come with me or do you want to stay here? I was like, I want to stay here. So she left me in the sanctuary and she went to the other building, which is like right next to each other. And I was minding my own business. I was actually on stage. You know how like you act like you're a pop star and everything and
Yep.
like sing in the mics. That's what I was doing. I was just being goofy and everything. And then all of a sudden, we have the church has like three double doors. There's one in the middle and the other two are on the sides. And then the one on the right has also an exit door that you can see from the double doors. And I saw someone um go through the exit door, go through the double doors, go through the middle double doors. And I
Hmm.
was like, "Oh, okay, cool. That's my mom. She's probably getting more cleaning supplies." So I was like, just minding my own business, continuing doing my stuff. Well, a few minutes later, I never saw that person leave. Like I never saw them go back to the
Ew.
building. I was like, maybe she needs help. So I go, so I walk to the closet. She wasn't there. I literally looked everywhere, all the offices, every room. I even checked the bathrooms. Like she wasn't there in the building.
That's creepy.
And then I started to like re image what I saw, and I that's when I noticed that it wasn't a person, it was a shadow. I
Oh.
saw it was just black, a black shadow. Like I didn't see any color or anything. So that really freaked me out. And I went to the other building and I stuck with her the whole time.
Ew. That's creepy.
But yeah, I did see a black shadow. My mom actually um had an encounter. She told me one day, I was there with her, but I don't I think I might have been in the other building when this happened, because I don't remember her yelling and everything, but she noticed that there were shadows watching her
Nope.
and they would like peek behind the walls and stuff. She got really mad at them because they were like following her everywhere, and she started yelling at them, um telling them to go away, and ever since then she never seen them again.
Wow.
But they were following her, like playing peekaboo kind of,
Mm.
just watching her. But that church is creepy, dude, cuz um I always felt like somebody was watching me. And there's this area on the stage. It's like they have like a black curtain and behind it is like sound equipment and stuff. And like when you go behind the black curtains, it's like almost pitch black. It's
Ew.
so dark. And me and my friend um wanted to like go through from one point to the other on the other side and like just go through it. And so she was in front of me and we were walking through it, and then all of a sudden she runs and leaves me there. And like I was like halfway
Mm.
already. I was like, "Well, what do I do?" And I kept looking behind me because it felt like somebody was behind me. And I start freaking out and like I was tearing up and everything. And then I finally made the decision to like just run um, and make it all the way through. And then after I did, I told her never to do that again because I felt like somebody was there. And she said, "No way. I felt that too." So she felt it too, and that's why she ran.
Ooh.
But there's also the kids building. There's 2 stories. The main floor, I'm fine being alone and everything. It doesn't bother me, but upstairs scares the crap out of me. And sometimes my mom would be like, "Okay, go turn on the lights." And the lights, you have to go all the way up the stairs, and the lights is on one of the walls when you get on top. So like when I look up, it's like pitch black. All you see is the exit signs and everything. It is so scary. I literally have to like put my back against the wall and go up. That's how scared I am.
Mm.
But when it's dark, it's scary, but when the lights are on, sometimes like I'll think I see something, but it's mainly hearing things for me. Like she'll go to the youth building and I'll be like, "No, I want to play with the toys." So I'll play with the toys and like talk to myself and everything, but then I would hear something and then I would remain silent seeing if I can hear it again, but I don't. It's only when I talk to myself and it's so creepy. And like I've
Ooh.
heard doors close or open or just move. I've heard like taps like on a table or something. I've heard like chairs like with wheels. I've heard them move. And it's just up there. It's just on the second story. Like I don't hear anything on the first. It's so weird.
That's creepy.
It is. It really is. And there was this one time, it's not a ghost story, but it scared I almost peed myself when this
Mm.
happened. It was like late at night. It was like not late at night, but it was like 9 or 10, so it was like pretty dark outside. And we just got done with an event or something, and it was the pastor family and my family. And we just locked up and everything, and we were talking and we were going to our cars and everything. And then I see, because the graveyard is right there, I see two
Nope.
figures behind a stone, a tombstone, and then all of a sudden they duck down behind it. And I freak out. I'm like, do I say something? Do I not say something? But then since I couldn't see them, so they were like it was black, but I could see them but not see them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I like pulled on my dad's shirt and I was like, "There's somebody here. There's somebody in the graveyard." And he's like, "Huh?" So he took a flashlight and flashed it, and sure enough, there was 3 kids in the graveyard.
Mm.
They live in the trailer park across from the church, and they were gonna vandalize the tombstones.
Oh, brother.
So I knew I saw something, but I was like, is that a ghost? Is that like an actual person? Like what's going on? Like I don't know. But
Wow.
I actually like decided to tell him. I was like, there's somebody over there. And everybody's like, huh?
But nobody would have believed
Oh.
me if that happened. They'd be like, "Oh, you're seeing things."
Well, they were confused for sure. But like I wasn't the one to like joke around or anything. Like you could tell I was concerned. Like I remember the feeling I had. I was terrified, and they probably saw it on my face too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
Well,
that might be all for the church at least.
if you get this right, you're a psychopath.
Okay.
I got 3 of them for you. So, On Christmas Day, a poor boy receives a soccer ball as a present from charity. However, the boy is unhappy. Why?
Mm, he doesn't like sports. I don't know. He doesn't like soccer.
That's one of the normal answers.
Okay, good.
You want to try again?
um, I don't know.
The boy doesn't have legs.
Oh my. I did not think about that.
This one
Okay.
got me thinking because I couldn't get it. So, while at her own mother's funeral, a woman meets a guy she doesn't know. She thinks this guy is amazing, her dream man, and is pretty sure he could be the love of her life. However, she never asked for his name or number, and afterwards could not find anyone who knew who he was. A few days later, the girl kills her own sister. Why did she do it?
Maybe he was a ghost. Maybe he was possessing her. Possessed her. I don't know.
No.
Um, maybe it was him that dressed like her and killed the sister.
No.
I don't know.
So, she figured since the man was at her mother's funeral and that he was friends of the family and then she hoped that he would show up at her sister's funeral.
Oh!
Yep. I was like, oh man. I was thinking too, and I kept rereading that. I was like, oh my word.
Oh. Yeah, I would have eventually thought about that. That just flew over my head.
Right? Okay, you got one more to redeem yourself here. So far, you're not a psychopath. Okay. Imagine, okay, imagine. Imagine you are living
Mhm.
alone on a 14th floor of an apartment. Had to get that out. In a dislocated area. They misspelled something. One day, before you go to sleep, you gaze out the window to another apartment building across the road. Your eyes fell upon one of the rooms, which is dimly lit. In the room, you see a man who is repeatedly stabbing a woman on the ground with a bloody kitchen knife. As you are momentarily stunned at what you are witnessing, the man makes eye contact with you. The man stares at you for a few seconds, then starts mouthing something and repeatedly pointing his fingers at you. What is this man doing?
Mm, look behind you. He's mouthing look behind you.
He's staring at
Uh,
you. He stares at you for a few seconds, starts mouthing
mhm.
something, and he keeps repeatedly pointing his fingers at you. What is he doing?
Mm,
You're in
all
an
I can think about
apartment
is
on the 14th
uh,
floor.
mm, yeah, all I can think about is look behind you or you're next.
The man is counting the floors of your apartment. You're next, is what
Mm,
it's saying. He's counting the
counting the
floors to get
thumbs.
up to you.
Oh. But if he's pointing at you, then he ain't counting. Because he's pointing at you.
Well, I mean, if he's like in another apartment, you're up top, and he's counting, it still looks like he's pointing at you.
I guess. Mm, no, look behind you was the first thing that came to my mind.
Mm. Well, good
But you're
news.
next.
You're not a psychopath.
I'm not a psychopath.
Woohoo!
Woo!
I knew that one though.
Okay.
All right. High school drama and or middle school drama. What do we got?
Um,
I
have
have
been.
a juicy story of middle school. You was there.
Was I?
Mhm.
Hmm. I'm trying to think. Ah, I have a high school drama.
Ooh, okay.
So I um so this guy, we were in dance class together and he really liked me.
Ooh.
And um at one point there was this girl that recently moved here and was a new transfer, and supposedly like somehow I can't remember if they already knew each other or like I don't know, but she liked him as well.
Hmm.
And they started dating at one point, um because he knew that I didn't like him like that. So they started dating at one point, and then there was a rumor going around that I was trying to steal him and was like flirting with him and like trying to get with him. And she got really, really mad. And she kept telling people that she was gonna fight me.
Ooh.
And at one point we met with each other like in the library or something. I don't even remember. And she was literally about to throw a punch or two. Like she was black, so
Oh.
they don't play.
Yeah.
They don't play. So like I was generally scared of her because like she was a lot bigger than me.
Mm.
And I was tiny compared to her, and I was just like, "Nah, I'm going to lose, bro."
Well,
But
if you throw your punches right, you'll be okay.
well, yeah, I could run too cuz I'm pretty sure I'd
Yeah,
be
just a
faster than
run.
her. Um but I was like, "Okay, let's talk this out for a second. First of all, like we're really close friends. Like we have the same class together and we're really close. But I do not like him." And she goes, "Then why is everybody telling me that you like him?" I was like, "Because they're stupid. I
Have you
don't
ever heard of
know."
rumors?
But I tried to explain. Yeah, I tried to explain that I have no feelings for him at all. And um even like he was like, "Yeah, we're not like flirting or anything." And so she calmed down, and I was like, "Who is telling you this stuff?" And she's like, I don't wanna tell." I was like, "Of course you don't." So, but like I had to like explain in details and everything that like I did not like him. We were just friends. And finally she believed me, and her attitude switched up so fast. She was like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so
Mm,
sorry." And she like hugged me, and she was like, "I'm so sorry. You know what? Let's be friends. Let's be besties."
I
So
wouldn't.
then from then on, she like every time she would see me in the hallway, she'd be like, "Hi, Autumn. Hi. Kind of like, "How are you? Are you doing good? I hope you're doing good."
Mm.
Kind of thing. And she was just like one of my besties. I was like, "That's so like, first of all, you wanted to fight me based on rumors who
Yep.
I still don't know who said." And then she switched up and was like one of my besties. I was like, "Whoa." Whiplash. But yeah, we almost fought because she believed the rumors. And she brought a whole gang too.
Yeah, see? Ugh.
Yeah, she brought like like 3 or more people, and I was like, "Good lord, I'm running away."
See, if you gotta bring backup, you can't fight. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry.
No, yeah, like what else is the reason to bring them besides like watching them,
If I bring
like watching
somebody, they're
y'all
gonna
fight,
record. They're
but
gonna be
like
the cameraman.
or the hype, like go get him, yeah,
Yeah.
get him.
Or if I need to do tag
But
team or
like,
something.
okay, it's your turn, beat him up.
Get in. Woo!
Yeah, no,
Or the
I
ref.
totally agree.
You can be the ref. 1, 2, 3.
KO. Okay. Um. Yeah, that was like a kind of a lighthearted kind of thing, but yeah, I almost did fight her. Which I don't like fights, but like if people are accusing me like that, I don't mind doing it. As
Yeah.
long as I'm standing up for myself. That's what I've been taught. As long as I don't start it.
Yes, that's how I've been taught.
Yeah, as long as I don't start it, I can do whatever.
I mean, if you hit me in the face, that's going to tick me off. So,
Mhm.
get ready.
I can deal with a slap in the
Oh,
face. I can
shoot,
deal
I
with that.
can't.
I've ooh, that that makes me think back in middle school, I told you about the trio of me, my best friend, used to be best friend of 7 years, and then the girl who moved away.
Mm-hmm.
Um, she was in um, was she in the same PE class or was she in chorus? I can't remember. I think we were in the same class, and it was almost time to go, and she had a blanket, and um, we were out in the hallway just chilling, goofing off, and then she let me have the blanket. And then she's like, "No, I want it." And I was like, "No, I have it."
Mm.
And like we were kind of playing like tug of war a little bit, but I thought it was like lighthearted, kind of just playing around with each other. All of a sudden, she slaps me,
Oh.
like full on, full force slaps me. And I like, of course, I'm gonna let go if you slap me, like, but she slapped me, she got it, she's like, "Yeah, it's mine." I'm
Ooh!
just like, "Bitch, what?"
That would have ticked me off, dude. Uh-uh.
Oh, it made me so mad. She's so lucky I have the patience to like calm
No.
myself
She would
down
have
and not
gotten it.
like,
She would have gotten a bloody nose. Ooh!
yeah, no, my face, I felt my face turn so red. I was so angry and I was like, "Okay, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. We're not starting to fight. It's at the end of the day. I just want to go home.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just go home."
Breathe.
So I try to calm myself down, but like I was so mad at her. I like had to like clench my fists and like just like resist. Oh my gosh. And I told my mom about it, and like you could see the handprint. Like my cheek was red and almost puffy. I was like, why? Like why?
Over a
Over a blank?
blanket?
Yeah. But she was very toxic. She was the type that like would do anything she wanted. So, but yeah, if I mean, I still wouldn't punch her now because I my patience is a lot better even though
Hmm.
I didn't hit her. Like I have patience and I can calm myself down pretty quickly, but like ooh, if I didn't have that patience, she would be down on the ground for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was
Damn.
friends with everybody that was popular and everyone knew me, but like no one really like liked me.
Huh. That's funny. Okay. Okay. I gotta do some fake names here. What should we name her?
Her name
Mhm.
and who? Who? What? When? Where?
What should we name her? You know who she was.
Oh,
What
just
was her
use the
name?
one we did.
Yeah, you named her. Who? What? Claire? No. Was it Claire?
Yeah. It was Claire.
Okay, Claire. Everybody, Claire. Okay, so Claire and I used to be buddies. We were best friends, and we were outside. It was PE, and we were on the football field. I forget. She said I think I was messing with her. I was annoying her or something, and she's toxic. She's so fake. Oh my word. Whew. Um, let's see. How'd it go down? I forget what she said, but she said something, and I called her the B word. And she's like, "What'd you call me?" I'm like, "I didn't call you nothing. Chill." And she's like, "You called me something," and I was like, "Oh gosh." Like she calls me it all the time. I don't know if you remember that, but she used to call me it all the time. And
Mm-hmm.
then the time I decide to call her one because she was being one, she gets mad. She just gets in my face, yells at me, and I'm looking around like, "Huh? What?" And then she gets mad, she takes off, I go, I take off, I just like, whatever, she'll be fine in the morning or whatnot. Come to school the next morning, and well, wait a minute. I think that night I was getting
Someone's
messages.
calling me again.
Block them! We're telling a story.
And it's the same number as who just called me. I am. Ew.
So, that night after we parted our ways, um, she she gave my number to all her friends. All those toxic ones thinking they can fight and blah 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 blah. I get a message
Mm-hmm.
from, you knew who she was. I don't know what to name her. Let's name her uh Carol. Carol here. Me and her used to be friends. Everyone that I was friends with, she was friends with too, but they liked her more. I don't know. Everyone I knew turned their backs on me, sending me hate messages. I mean, wow. I'm pretty sure she gave me like a death threat or something. Got to school the next morning, and nobody would talk to me. Um, I don't even know if you was part of it. I don't remember.
I don't remember any of
But
this.
I know that some friends of mine were on my side because they didn't like what's her name? Claire. Because they didn't like
Mm-hmm.
Claire. So they were siding on my side. So I was like, "Yeah, that's nice." And some of her friends parted with me. They're like, "We believe you," blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I don't even know what was happening. And I'm just like, she got mad over me calling her a name. She texted all her friends, and they're coming up to me and just like, I don't know. They're trying to get under my skin. I don't know what they was doing. The whole school found out or something. I don't know. I was getting called to the principal's office, talking to the counselor dude, whatever his name was, and he's like, "Just tell me the story. What's going on?" I told him, and let's see. Then what's her name? I keep forgetting these names. But anyway, they texted me saying that if I come to school on Friday, they're gonna beat me up.
Mm.
And what was funny is that whole week I was sick. I was had the stuffy nose. I was coughing everywhere. I mean, I look like a puffer fish. You know, I mean, I was sick. They never did anything.
Of course.
And they just looked at me and I'm like, "Okay." Over a word. Over a word. Um,
Well, she probably said other stuff.
Probably. And I'm like, you don't like her friends, like, they don't even know me, you know? Like,
Mhm.
and Claire, she's so fake. She would always start junk about me. Like, there was this one time I went to her house and we had fun, you know. We watched videos. I met her sisters. They liked me, whatever, and we had a good time. And she even wanted me to stay the night again so we could go to a haunted hayride thing. And I was like, I don't know, no, because I didn't want to stay again because I was kind of getting uncomfortable.
Mhm.
Um, and then that Monday, went back to school, and it was math class. It was what, fourth period, I guess, because we used to have like 6 classes in middle school.
Mhm.
And it's math class. The teacher's like, you guys can partner up, and you guys can sit anywhere. You can go out in the hall. So I go out in the hall, and Claire's with me. Claire goes back in to get something, and then that girl who said she flew in on a helicopter, um,
Mhm.
she said that, did you stay over at Claire's house over the weekend? I was like, yeah, it was fun. She was like, well, she's saying something different. I'm like, huh? She said, yeah, Claire's been going around saying that you got kicked out of her house for being annoying. Huh?
Bro, what?
I said, what? I said, no, I didn't get kicked out. I stayed there. She even wanted me to stay again. She's like, that's not what Claire's saying. I'm like, I don't care what Claire's saying. You know? You weren't there.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, what? Like, and then another
Yeah.
person was like, yeah, she's saying that you got kicked out. I'm like, no. No, I didn't.
Maybe she wanted to kick you out because like you got along with everybody, and like maybe she was like, no, I'm gonna kick her out, but then never did it.
I mean, I don't know. Her mom liked me, and her stepdad, he was chill, and her sisters, like they're younger than her, you know, and they were fine with me. Everybody liked me. Thing was, you know, I'm shy. I didn't talk to nobody. But like when they would
Mm.
start talking, I would talk back, but no, I never got kicked out. And if so, I kind of would
Yeah,
have been
no.
glad, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my word.
Uh, yeah. I she started stuff with me as well. Probably not as bad as that, but I remember she would always like look at me up and down and give me like a disgusting look. Somebody calling me
Oh my
again.
gosh.
When you were talking, when I put it in the living room, uh, and someone called again, but I didn't say anything, and now they're calling again. Good lord. Anyways, but yeah, she would like look at me up and down and kind of give like the ew kind of face.
Mm-hmm.
And every time she did that, I glared at her. I'm like, "Excuse me?" And she would look at me and notice that I saw it and I was giving her a glare, and she'd be like, "Oh shit."
Mm.
I don't know.
Oh boy.
Yeah, no, no.
Oh.
I can tell you about my used to be best friend. Um, so she and what did we call her? Virginia.
Virginia.
Um, it was me, my used to be best friend. We'll call her um I don't even know. We'll call her Tina.
That's my mom's
We'll
name.
call her I just know. Anyways, so Tina and Virginia, and me, we're friends. I wasn't really close to Virginia though. It was because of Tina that I was not close with her, but like I knew her and everything. But after the fight that me and Virginia almost had in 8th grade, me and Tina kind of like drifted off because she chose Virginia's side, which was so dumb
Oh.
of her. But anyways, high school comes, and my sophomore year, I started becoming friends with her again because we had a class together. And she wasn't friends with Virginia, that like they weren't close anymore. But like me and uh I'm blanking.
Mm.
Me and Tina
Tanya.
Tina Tina. um I'm like blanking. Me and Tina were like um very very close. Like we've had sleepovers. We were basically like sisters from another mystery, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I told you that people were thinking that we were actually like a couple and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how close we were. And um all of a sudden my senior year, my second no, it was first semester. First semester, um I had a class with her ex, and they
Ooh.
happened to date for like 2 years, I think. And I knew he was a hothead. I knew that he was like has very very bad anger issues, but like I was low key kind of interested in him because he was like really nice to me. And um we didn't have a thing or whatever. We like flirted with each other, and we would like talk to each other every now and then. He was a really bad texter, but we would like flirt with each other, but that's it. Like we didn't really have like a thing. But she knew that we were in the same class, and she knew that we were friends because we did like Secret Santa, and like he gave me a gift. He gave me like a candle and perfume and stuff. Um and also like there was one time where he said, "Let me take you out on a date." I was like, "Huh?"
Ooh.
I was like, "I mean, sure. I mean, I'm okay with that because like I've never had a date before, and like I just thought it would be like a good experience, you know?" So I agreed to it, but like it never happened because he wigged out on a teacher and like didn't go to school ever since, and he graduated early. So I never saw him again. Um
Huh.
but graduation uh came, and it was in the city. It wasn't at school. It was in the city, and I was going to go, but my parents were like, "I ain't driving all the way out there."
Hmm.
So I didn't go. um and all of a sudden Tina texts me and was like, "So you're hooking up with my ex now, huh?"
Oh, brother.
I'm like I'm like, "Huh?" And she's like, "Multiple people are saying that you were like hugging on him and everything." I'm like, "Girl, I'm not even there. I wasn't even there." And she was like, "Then why are people telling me that they saw you?" I was like, "Okay, who is saying that?" And she's like, of course she didn't want to say, but she said one of the people was her sister, which her sister hasn't seen me in like years. So she probably doesn't even know, cuz like she probably don't even remember my face, to be honest. But anyways, I was like, Well, they're Delulu because I'm not there. You can literally ask my mom. Like, I was not there. And I literally sent her a picture of me, like, just chilling in my bed. I'm like, I ain't there. And she goes, oh, okay. Well, people were saying that you were, and you're like hugging on him and everything. I'm like, no.
Instead of
Like,
accusing people, why don't you just ask? Like, tell them. Say, hey, people
yeah,
saying this about
exactly.
you.
Exactly. And I bet you I had two people that came into my mind, Virginia and another girl that everyone literally hated. Um, and I bet I was like, oh yeah, they probably said something. But like, I think it was actually like his sister or something that was
Ooh.
hugging up on him. I'm like, what does she look like? And she told me, I can't remember the description. I'm like, girl, that doesn't even sound like me. And she's like, yeah, now that you think about it, yeah, it doesn't. And I'm like, yeah, no, it doesn't because it's not me. And she apologized. I was like, girl, like, you gotta stop doing this. Like, but I did admit to her, like, we did flirt with each other, but we never went past that.
Yeah.
And like, she was like, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, that's it. But she was so angry about it. I'm like, girl, I don't even know if we're friends. Like, I don't know. But and then later on, we had a big argument. She was at a football game, and I think I wanted to go with her, but she was like, "Oh, I can't go" or something. I can't remember. And so, because I did want to go to the football games, I wanted to go as much as I could because just for the experience and the hype and everything. And I couldn't go. So instead, or both of us couldn't go. So I saw that she was there with Virginia, and I got mad. I was like, I thought you couldn't go.
Right.
I thought we were gonna go. And then she said something, I can't remember. But then we both started arguing, and of course she blamed everything for me. um she was like, you never cared about me. Like, if I tell you about my life, all you say is, oh, suck it up or blah blah blah. I'm like, anyone that's my friend knows if I say, oh, suck it up, or oh, I'm sorry, or something like that, or just something like rude, you know it's fake. Like, you know I don't actually mean it. Like, if I say, oh, suck it up, like, obviously I don't mean it. I'm not that mean of a person.
Mm.
But she took everything literally, and she was like, "This is why I can't talk to you, blah 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 blah." And I'm like, "Girl, I actually listen to you. I actually give you advice. It's you that doesn't listen." And like, she just blamed everything on me, and I was like, "You know what? If you're going to blame everything on me, we're done. Obviously, you don't care enough about me, and obviously you're playing the victim, and we're done."
Well, I guess that's the end of episode 11. Woohoo! I did
If
it.
you want to hear most ghost stories, if you want to hear more of those, cause I got more.
Oh, I'm sure.
Like you better comment, like, whatever you gotta do, whatever you gotta do.
Yeah. Comment below. Give it a like. Share it with your friends and
Cause I got some
family.
juicy ghost stories.
Hmm. I don't know. Hmm. There might be
I
some
got
I
two.
just forget, but I'm pretty sure we have some good ones. Oh, I do. I do. So,
Let's just. Oh Lord,
huh?
is that oh Lord?
Yeah, I got some. So, comment below because we got some good ones.
Let's just say I'll say this: shadow people
No.
like me.
Ew.
I'll say that.
Don't get me started on that. Um,
Tell us your stories.
yes.
I wanna hear some of y'all stories.
Yes, comment below your ghost stories and I'll put them on the podcast.
Ooh, that's gonna be fun.
Ooh, that'd be so cool if actually somebody commented. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.